Welcome to the October 7th workshop at O-Town Swing. My name is Austin Coyce. We talked about phrasing and other musicality elements today. We also gave you guys briefly a slingshot pattern. We'll talk about that first and then the musicality stuff. Slingshot for leaders is 1, replace 2. As we go 1, 2, we open our frame up. So it'll be 1, replace 2, and then close up on the other end, either hitting 2 or 3, depending on how we settle. With a partner, looks like so, right? That's back, open, replace, settle. That's 1, 2, 3, or 1 and 2, depending on how fast we go through it. That could be 1 and 2, or 1, 2, 3. However you do it, doesn't matter. It determines how the hit's going to go. For follower, it's either a triple step or like a triple step to a late settle. That'd be going 1 and 2, immediately over the hip, or going 1 and 2, pointing it, and then settling down for 3. That's our slingshot. Our options to get out of it vary, but again, bouncing in and out towards your partner, making sure you're always not opposition, high fives, inside turns, all work. For our phrasing, for our phrase change, we work with our Chain Smoker song, Closer, because it's boring and repetitive. We first established that in pop songs, we have a 32 count song structure or phrase structure. For every 32 counts, the part of the song we're in changes. We go from verse to chorus to verse to chorus to bridge and so on. We counted out the first, 32 counts together a couple times, and the drill we used was every 32 counts on that phrase change, we paused for 4 beats, recollected ourselves, restarted, and kept moving on. We talked briefly about options for phrase changes and how to phrase on patterning. The important thing is, how do we phrase best with a pattern, or how do we hit the best with the pattern? If a pattern ends on 6, the actual best moment to really end and hit with something is the start of the anchor. So if I have a 6 count pattern, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I hit 5, rather than hitting 6 or hitting a 1, right? The weakest moments are going to be 1, right? 3 can be weak, but it can be strong depending on the pattern is led. 5 is the most reliable on the 6 count pattern. If I have a slingshot, we use that one to get any 3 count hits. 1, 2, 3 also works for 7, 8, 1, right? So we're thinking, how can we hit more things with more patterns? If I have 3 counts of a 7, 8, 1, slingshot. If I have 4 counts, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, that 5 count movement, that's going to be a 6 count pattern. Then my last option is I start on 3. I've got 6 counts of the pattern plus the end, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. I hit the end of a whip on the anchor, hitting that 7. Again, using the first count of our anchor as our main hitting point is going to be really beneficial. We can start adding rotations. The more effective it'll be, the more rotations it has. That means more energy, decelerates faster into a bigger hit. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 1. Right? Obviously, kind of the wrong counting, but you get the idea. We're hitting that beginning of anchor on the phrase change. If I have an outside double turn, 5, 7, 8, 1. Right? We can do a hand change. Again, more rotations, the more impactful. But even if we do any rotations, just the left side pass, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 can be enough. Again, most importantly in this class, we focus on finding that phrase change, feeling out that change in energy and the change in song form or song position, right? Getting us from verse to chorus, chorus to verse, and so on, feeling how that changed from moment to moment. We pay attention to lyrics, we pay attention to instruments. We also pay attention to the chord progression in the song itself. Try and find other cues to give us ideas. With the lyrics, we notice that the sentencing or the actual phrasing of the words itself fit within the 32 counts. Often, a sentence would finish after 16 counts and repeat another sentence before the end of the phrase, but you're always working within sentences. You're never going to cross a sentence over to a new phrase, most likely. Okay? So you have really easy ways to kind of find yourself in that without having to count all the time. Thank you guys for coming.